What's up, YouTube? I'm Brett from Rants. As always, guys, if y'all enjoy our content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave that comment down below. We're on the road to 1,000. We hope you guys can help us get there. Alright, so right off the heels of Anthony Mackie being the first African American to ever appear on screen as Captain America, from Marvel, it looks like DC Films will be going down the same route and doing something, I would say even something maybe a little bit bolder than what it was in, Marvel's case, because Captain America has, the Falcon did in the comics take over that for a certain time, that role of Captain America. So it wasn't like it was unheard of. Now DC Films going to do the same thing to Superman. Is it going to work? Is it not going to work? Is it going to be a lightning rod for a lot of controversy? Yeah, you know it's going to be a lightning rod for controversy. Look, this is written, this is a reboot from Bad Robot, J.J. Abrams' company. And it's written by ta-Nehisi Coates, who, has said some controversial things in the past. It was rumored that it could be Val-Zod instead of kal-el, but looks like they're going to go down that route of kal-el. I'll tell you the reason why. I actually believe this, and you can agree with me, disagree with me. Doesn't really matter to me. I think J.J. Abrams, from his Star Wars history, has realized this one thing. You can make a bad movie, a less than well-received movie, but if you drape it in this, you don't like it because of X, Y, and Z, you can still save face in a lot of ways. Now, I'm not saying that's what that ta-Nehisi Coates is doing. I believe he's sincere on that. J.J. Abrams, not so much. That's my opinion of it. I think J.J. Abrams looks at it this way. This movie could bomb. It could bomb. It could make literally no money whatsoever. And he can say, you know what? It's because fans wouldn't accept this new black Superman. And he can get away with it and make a lot of movies. It doesn't matter if this movie's good or bad. It really doesn't matter. That's going to be the narrative that they're going to push. And any criticism that goes with this is clearly going to be under the guise of you hate it because of race. And then, look, I think Superman's a little bit different than Captain America in that regard, simply because of, like I said, what we've seen in the comic books. Changing this, it is a pretty big deal. What I've said in the past, if you've watched Rants or Us, when it comes to how they did that in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I personally think that if you are wanting to really be sincere and you want to bring a lot of these African American heroes into the 21st century and make them where that they are well mainstream characters that are top tier characters, I don't believe that the right way is switching gender or race to a well-beloved character. I think that's just a really good way of pissing off a lot of fans for really no reason. Think what the Falcon and the Winter Soldier should have done in that regard is been like, you know what? We're not going to do the whole Captain America thing. We're going to take Anthony Mackie's character of the Falcon and we're going to make... we're going to bring that up to the next echelon. We're going to make him a top level superhero that all fans can love and enjoy. They didn't do that because it's too hard. It's too hard for them as creators to come up with something creative, which, yeah, you might say that sounds stupid, but if you watched any Hollywood films as of late, or any Hollywood or television series as of late, you probably realize that if there's one thing that Hollywood is now lacking, it is creativity. It really is. It's all about identity politics now. Stories can suck. They don't care as long as you've got the right people fitting the roles. That's really how Hollywood works now. So, you know what? They don't care if this is a good movie. They don't care if fans like this movie. They don't care if they're bringing, something new and different to the fold. That's not what they're there for. They're there to really draw this into a lightning rod. This is J.J. Abrams' way of holding face, of making terrible movies because he's not very talented, and hiding it under the guise of fans hate it because of whatever. They're racist, they're sexist, whatever it may be. That's my opinion over J.J. Abrams. I have little to no faith that J.J. Abrams can make anything good anymore. I really don't. And I'm saying that as a really hurt Star Wars fan as of right now. So, that's my perspective over that. But, you can say, hey, this is a bold new approach. Could be. I actually feel like it's a really safe approach, to be honest with you. I feel like it's a very safe, normal approach for Hollywood today. It's a way that they can, it can be in the biggest hit. It can be the biggest bomb. And either way, they have an excuse for why it is. If it bombs, they have a clear excuse of why it bombed. So, I feel like it's safe in that way. I feel like it's got that safety net under it, whether it's going to be that way. Do I think it's the right way that they should do African American superheroes? No, I don't. I feel like African American superheroes should be put more into the mainstream and, go that route with it instead of just switching out, sexuality, switching out race, switching out gender with beloved already characters that are cemented in the lore. That's my take on it. But let me go ahead and read this a little bit to y'all, since I've kind of given my take already on it. It says, DC Films and Warner Brothers Superman reboot from J.J. Abrams and ta-Nehisi Coates will reportedly center on a black version of Kal-El, not Val-Zod. Sources for The Hollywood Reporter say Coates, who is writing the movie, is crafting a Kal-El in the vein of the original Superman comics and will have the protagonist hail from Krypton and come to Earth. Beyond that, the film has the potential to be a period piece set sometimes in the 20th century. And then it goes on to talk about Val-Zod a little bit. He's a black Kryptonian. Val-Zod's parents were executed by Krypton's courts prior to the planet's destruction, making him the last member of his house. He was one of the few to escape Krypton before its demise, along with Kara Zor-El and Kal-El. Over the course of his journey to Earth 2, Val-Zod became a pacifist while studying recordings left to him by his parents. He also developed agoraphobia after being in his capsule for so long, but was eventually able to step outside and absorb his superpowers from Earth's suns, paving the way to him assuming the Superman mantle. In February 2021, Warner Brothers announced it had tapped Coates to write a new Superman movie, with Abrams producing under his Bad Robot studio. To be invited into the DC Extended Universe by Warner Brothers, DC Films, and Bad Robot is an honor, Coates said. I look forward to meaningfully adding to the legacy of America's most iconic mythic hero. Shortly after, it was reported that Coates intended to center the project around a black version of the Man of Steel. While Warner Brothers has yet to reveal the film's director, and then it goes on to talk about who they're going to have maybe as a director. But what I thought was actually interesting was more of who they might get in this role. It says, what's more, it's been long rumored that Warner Brothers was eyeing Creed and Black Panther star Michael B. Jordan to play a Black Man of Steel. Jordan recently admitted he's humbled to learn fans want him to play Superman, but indicated it's unlikely to happen. Now, if you would have given me Michael B. Jordan in that role, I would have been all for it, to be honest with you. But if Michael B. Jordan isn't attached to this project, I don't know. I don't know how I feel towards it, because Michael B. Jordan is a legit actor. Like, if anybody can pull this off and make this an interesting movie, I think it's him. I really do. I think it's him that could do it. If they get somebody else for that role, somebody that we haven't heard of or isn't really in popular mainstream, I don't really know if that would work too well. I don't know if I would even be interested in seeing this. I would kind of be like, you know what, this is just an attention grab movie. It's not really a legit movie. You know, to really even waste my time of watching it. Because look, I don't like movies that are that way. I don't like movies that are just there to gain notoriety or to gain attention because they're trying to be, trying to gain that notoriety, I guess you could say. You know, there's movies that, of course, gain attention, whether it be good or bad, for something that goes on in it unintentionally. But when you do it intentionally, I'm kind of like, you know, I think we all grew up with a kid that was in high school that just tried a little bit too hard to be cool and never was. And look, I don't want my movies being that kid, to be honest with you. I really don't. I don't want that being, I don't want these movies to just be there to be controversial. And then that be all there is to it. That's how we get a Rey Skywalker. That's literally how you get a Rey Skywalker, is by going down that route. Does anybody really want to go down that route with Superman? Probably not. I know I don't personally. Like I said, if Michael B. Jordan was attached to this project, you would get my attention with this. But Michael B. Jordan, you know, kind of being on the fence about it, or not wanting to really take on this role, you know, as it is, I don't know. I think Michael B. Jordan was on record. I believe it was Michael B. Jordan that was already on record that said that he wouldn't want to be Kal-El. He would want to be like a unique, different character that was different to Kal-El, which I think that would be really interesting if you you know, added Val-Zod to that. I think that would have been a really kind of cool movie to explore. You know, been different. You know, of course, you know, we've got Supergirl and all that things that you know we've explored already. But to me, that's worn out to a certain extent. I would have loved to have seen, you know, something different with that. I just don't know. You know, like with the Val-Zod character, I just don't know if anything that's attached to J.J. Abrams is going to be good, in my opinion. I'm not going to get excited about. Maybe later on it might shock me, kind of like what the Batman did. Kind of shocked me with their trailer. And hey, if it looks interesting, I'll see it. If it doesn't, I'm going to just think, okay, this is just an attention grab that really isn't meant to be serious. It's just meant to be safe. That's the way, you know, for 2021. That's the way I look at it. But as always, guys, let me know what y'all think down below. Do you think this is the right move for DC? Do you think this is a attention grab? Do you believe this could be an actually legit good movie? Or do you think it's just there for controversy's sake? I mean, let me know what you think down in the comments section. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Y'all take care.